So after a 2-1 win against Rangers in the Europa League around game week 7, Manchester United are now turning their attention to the Premier League as they are facing Fulham this Sunday at the Cottage, and they'll be hoping to continue with the fine form from the Rangers game. But before that, guys, I want us to discuss something that is a little bit weird at the moment. Manchester United are selling Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea. Chelsea are the front runners at the moment. Napoli had their first bid rejected days ago, and they are cooling the interest as far as Alejandro Garnacho is concerned, as they are now focusing on signing Adeyemi from BVB. And now Chelsea made inquiries about signing Alejandro Garnacho. We saw his agent, Alejandro Garnacho's agent, was in attendance at Stamford Bridge when Chelsea won against Wolves. Yesterday we saw after the game against Rangers, Garnacho was waving and clapping to the fans after the final whistle. He played well, actually missed some chances. He could have scored 2 or 3 goals, but overall he played quite well. So today there be news that that Chelsea are preparing a bid of around £16.5 million, and the Manchester United are expected to accept that. So this has been a debate, and it has divided most of the their fan base, also Chelsea fan base. Chelsea fans, they don't believe that Alejandro Garnacho is costing that much, and also Manchester United fans, they believe that Alejandro Garnacho is more way than that. So Manchester United selling Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea for 60 million. I think last 2 seasons ago, Mason Mount, Chelsea sold Mason Mount to Manchester United, who had 1 year in his contract, around 65 million pounds. Now Manchester United are trying to sell Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea, who has 3 years left on his contract at 60 million pounds. And it's quite ridiculous how Manchester United have been so poor in terms of selling their players. If it was maybe Brighton or maybe some other teams, they could have been demanding maybe around 80-90 million euros to part ways with Alejandro Garnacho. At the moment, I don't think selling Alejandro Garnacho to Chelsea is going to be a good idea. So they are selling Alejandro Garnacho. Anthony is going on loan. Rashford has been sidelined. Are they going to replace these players or not? Because you can't tell me you are selling one of your best academy players to your rival team. You are loaning out your winger, and one of your attackers in the name of Marcus Rashford has been sidelined since 1st of December. And now you are going to remain with Rasmus Højlund, Joshua Zirkzee, and Amad Diallo as your only attackers. And we know how Zirkzee have not been to his best. Højlund of late has been not to his best. So only Amad Diallo has been trying so hard to win us games some of the time. So are they going to bring in players? Remember, there's only 7 days left, and after 7 the window is going to be shut after 7 days from now. So are they going to replace these players? Are they going to replace Alejandro Garnacho after selling him to Chelsea for 60 million pounds? Are they going to back Ruben Amorim? Because Ruben Amorim came in a new system. Players that are playing another system, they're bringing in a new manager mid-season, a manager who's playing a different system. And now, instead of backing him in January transfer window, instead of backing him with the players he needs, you are taking this same player, you are taking a little he has as a manager. The name of Alejandro Garnacho, Max Rashford is going to be sold. Anthony is going on loan at least, but you are leaving him with Joshua Zirkzee, Rasmus Højlund, and Amad Diallo Traore only. How is this going to work out? Manchester United are still in the FA Cup. They are still in the Europa League. They are fighting for relegation at the moment. They need to at least get into top 10 by end of February. And this is not going to happen if we sell if they sell their best player to their rivals and not replacing him afterwards. And I think okay, when Ineos took over Manchester United, they started so well, and there were high expectation about them. But for the past 6 months or so, I think they've been so poor in the decision making. Dan as what was a release of his duties. The way Ineos, that is Sir Jim Ratcliffe, has been running the club the past 3 months, 4 months, not pleasing. They are also planning to raise the tickets for next season. So is this Manchester United that we grew up watching, that they now need to sell their best player to their rivals to stay in line with the FFP rules? This is outrageous. And if they're going to sell Garnacho to Chelsea, I think they're going to have it with the fans. I'm sure about that. I hope for me, I'd say I hope Alejandro Garnacho could stay. Anthony, I don't mind Anthony going on loan. I don't mind Rashford being sold. But for Alejandro Garnacho, I'd hope he'd stay at Manchester United and help Ruben Amorim with his team to get back on track. As I said, United are turning their attention to the Premier League on Sunday. They're facing Fulham, and it's not a good sight for Manchester United fans looking at the table at the moment. It's not a good sight at all, because the last game they lost to 2-1, not 3-1 to Brighton. Another terrible game at Old Trafford after losing by three goals. They lost three. They lost to to Nottingham Forest. They lost to Spurs there. They lost to Liverpool. They also lost to Bournemouth. So it's not a good side at the moment for Manchester United to look at the table, because at the moment they are 13th with 26 points, having played 22. Out of 22 games they played, they have won only 7 times. Fulham are 10th with 33 points. Even if United will win against Fulham, they won't skip or leapfrog Fulham in the table, because they'll still be on 29 points, 4 points behind Fulham. At the moment, United are 7 points behind Fulham. This is crazy. United are 10 points behind relegation at the moment. That's why I'm saying United are fighting for relegation, and this is not the right time to be selling your best players, because you're fighting for relegation and you're selling your best players to your rivals who are fourth on the table, and they're just 10 points off the league leaders Liverpool. And this is just strange. If selling Garnacho is going to solve the FFP rules, then sell Garnacho, then bring some players. That will be good. But selling Garnacho, and I don't know where we take the money to, this is going to be a bad moment for Manchester United. Manchester United against Fulham. Last time out at Old Trafford, United were lucky to win 1-0 thanks to Joshua Zirkzee debut goal. At the moment, as far as Manchester United are concerned, I cannot say much about their game, because they are too predictable. The players are not giving their all. And yesterday against Rangers, they had chances. Garnacho had chances. Ahmad had chances, but they somehow failed to convert those chances. And if you watch most of United games this season, they've always created those chances, but they don't finish them. And this has been a problem even when Ten Hag was in charge. They create chances, but they don't take those chances. Yesterday, as I said, against Rangers, Amad Diallo had 2 chances. He squandered. Garnacho had 2 chances. He squandered. Maguire had a chance. He squandered to make it 2-0. And Rangers got back the game. They equalized through CD in the 88th minute. But somehow United managed to get that crucial goal thanks to Bruno Fernandes' finish and a brilliant pass once again by Lisandro Martinez. I think for me, I'd play him in midfield, because that guy has those killer passes. So Fulham is going to be a different game, because they've scored more goals than Manchester United, and Manchester United have not kept any clean sheet since their final win against Everton. If I'm wrong, then correct me, guys. United I'm going to kept a clean sheet since their 4-0 win to Everton, and that's the only clean sheet they've managed to keep under Ruben Amorim, if I'm not wrong. So Fulham scoring goals, they have positive 4 in terms of goal difference. United have a negative 5 in terms of goal difference. So I don't think United are going to keep a clean sheet in that match. And there's going to be a debate: is Onana going to start? Because Onana had a howler against Brighton. Yesterday we saw Bandit coming in and stepping up against Rangers. He made 6 saves and he had a good game. So is Amorim going to stick with Bandit against Fulham, or Andre Onana is going to be given the nod to start and maybe his last chance? If he messes up again against Fulham, then I don't think Onana is going to keep his place as our number 1 goalkeeper. So guys, the Fulham game, I won't talk much. I'll let you guys decide. Do you think United are going to win against Fulham, or do you think it's going to be another disappointing game? Luckily, we are not playing at Old Trafford. This is going to be maybe a chance for us, because of late we've been playing so well away comparing to at Old Trafford. So maybe that the fact that we are playing away might be an advantage for us, and maybe we can eventually win the game against Fulham. A win against Fulham would be a massive boost, but if you lose against Fulham, it's going to be a disaster. Thanks for watching, guys.